Hello. So I am about to start um, moving the posts on the fence. I talked about it in the other video how one of the garden spaces I have the posts like it's slanted like this. Obviously it should be straight, but it's kind of like that. So anyway, I'm about to start working on that. I'm kind of toying with two ideas. So I'm just gonna tell you the steps that I need to take. I need to I'm gonna have to cut the grass that's kind of like growing up into the bottom of the fence because I'm gonna need to be able to move the fence, and that grass is just gonna make it harder to do that. So I'm gonna cut that. I'll get my hori and go around and cut that first. Um, I need to move the fence, move the posts. Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to decide, or I'm trying to figure out what's gonna work the best. So I need to cut the grass. I'm thinking that detaching the fence from the post is going to make it easier for me to do that because there's going to be more movement in the fence while I'm trying to like get under and cut. However, I am wondering if I can take the post out with the fence still attached. And that way, when I go to put them back in, I don't have to reattach the fencing to the post. It'll be already attached. I can just shift everything over. Now, obviously, doing that would make it, harder to. It would probably be fine taking it out that way, but putting it back in is gonna make it a little difficult for me to like hammer the top of it in. And I'm hammering this. I'm not using one of those. I don't know what you even call it. The things that they use to draw the post in. Anyway, I'm not using anything like that. I'll use a hammer and knock it in. So yeah, that I'm wondering. I can probably bend the fence back and hammer that in if I want to do it that way. But then I also have to consider how that's going to work with me because I'm going to have to take out multiple posts. I just looked at it and I know on this one side I'm going to have to take out the 3 on the back. I'll show it to you. This side right here. I'm going to leave, oops, that one and the next one. I don't know if that's the right one or not, but anyway, I'm going to leave the first 2 and then the 3 along the back I'm going to have to shift to this in this direction. I don't know if that's going to look like left or right for you, but I'm going to have to do that. And then on the other side, on that side over there, I don't know if that's the 1, 2, 3. Which one is that? Okay, I can't really tell what I'm looking at, y'all. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, anyway, I know I'm gonna have to take the 3 in the back and move them. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take that second one from the front or leave it. But anyway, as I'm putting those back, having the fence already connected might make that a little harder than it should be because then I'm going to have the posts are going to be at different heights because I can't put them all in at the same time. So it'll be like I'm trying to drive one down, but this other one is still all the way up and the fence is connected to all of them. So I don't know. At the very least, I can maybe leave them connected or attached while I take it out. But then once I get ready to move them, I'll need to actually detach them from the post. And that may be what happens. That may be what happens. And I gotta kind of decide what I want to do about the back because the entire back is just gonna have to shift over. Which let me think about that. I might not move those posts. I may just detach the fence. I don't know why I was thinking that. I'm not gonna move those posts in the back, but I will still need to move the fence because there's not enough extra on the end for me to just leave it where it is and still be able to attach it at the corners. So I'm gonna have to shift that fence over, but it's looking like I'll be able to just detach it. I'm still gonna have to cut the grass off of the bottom, but yeah, just detach it and then reattach it once I move them over. So yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. We'll cut the grass and then yeah, okay. I'm gonna show y'all part of this. I wanted to show you all of it and just kind of speed through it, but I only have so much battery life. I haven't charged my phone since, I don't know, sometime yesterday. Yeah, sometime yesterday. I don't know. And yeah, I don't have enough battery life to record this entire process. I don't think. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll try to get it all. But yeah, you probably won't hear much more from me after this. So just enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions about what you see. Oh, I almost dropped it. It's an acorn. That may be the first of these that I've seen out here in the going on 6 years that I've lived here. So cutting through stuff like this is what's gonna make this harder than necessary. And there's a lot of this growing up around the edges. But yeah, it's just, that's what I was working on. Because I started off trying to cut through it. You can see I cut it right here. But it was like, this is not the move. So anyway, yeah. So as you saw, I realized that in some of these spots I really didn't have to cut through it. Like I just needed to be down there to just pull it out, like in small sections instead of, like trying to lift it from the top. So I started doing that instead of trying to cut it all the way up, and that works fine. Especially with it all being, well, most of it being pretty dead right now. What else was I gonna tell you? Oh yeah, I left my mat back there for my kneeling pad because it stays pretty wet back here during the winter, and I mean, I do feel like a little something might be coming through my pants now that I've been sitting on the ground, but it's really not that wet, so I think it'll be okay. I might need it across the back because the back's on that lower end, but doing the sides, I think it'll be fine not to use it, or I'll at least try it, and then if I end up wet, then I'll grab the pad. But so far so good. This is like, it's down. It's like down in the dirt. Hopefully it's just like that on this end where the bed was and not all the way down. Cause oh my gosh, I'm essentially having to dig this out right now. Word. It's down in the dirt. My goodness. Like it's down there. You see that? So it's like way down in here. Gosh. Okay, while I'm thinking about it, that was something else I noticed on that first side that I did. I'm trying to remember now. I don't know. It's been a while since I put this up. But as I got closer to the top, I was getting to where I was having to, like when I was pulling it out, it wasn't like down in the dirt like this end, like this back end was, or this back corner. But hold on. Yeah, it wasn't down in the dirt like this was, but it was definitely. I'm trying to think if it was like, it's like in some spots it was down, but in other spots it was like, instead of the fence going like this, it was like it was laying, which that then made it almost like it was down in the dirt, because then the grass was like growing like into that part that was laying down. But I think that's just because, I mean, it's on the slope, and the way I put the fence up, and you know, it doesn't slope the same all the way down. So yeah, that's probably from that. But okay, let's get back to it. Oh, it is, what time is it? It's 2:30, and it's like 60, a little over 60 degrees outside, so it's a nice day. It just got really sunny a minute ago when I was doing that part that you just saw, but for the most part it's been cloudy. It was sprinkling a little bit earlier today. I know it's supposed to rain tomorrow. This is Christmas. This is not Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. So yeah, just to give you an idea. But yeah, it's supposed to rain. Is it supposed to rain tomorrow or Christmas Day? I was thinking like this was Christmas Eve. I think it's supposed to rain Christmas Day. I don't know if it's supposed to rain tomorrow or not. But yeah, I'm sitting here real comfortable right now, y'all. You see me? I'm just chilling. You can't see. This is how I'm just sitting here talking. But okay, I'm gonna get back to it, and we're gonna see how the rest of this back fence goes. Hopefully it's not all like this was. I'm really hoping that was just like that, because it's right here where I had all this soil added on top. I'm really hoping that's what it was, because man, that's gonna be rough if it's like that all the way down. But okay, dirty fingernails. Dirty fingernails. All right, let's get back to work. I don't have any pliers, so I just use my wire cutters to do this kind of thing. So I'll see how I can do this without blocking your view. Let's see. I want to make sure I don't grab it with the actual cutting part. Okay, can you see what's happening? I really just need to bend this. Well, I bent it down, but let's see. That just locked on me. Okay. I don't care about that coating coming off. Now let's do the next one. Okay. Okay. All right, and then I have one more down here to do. Let's actually zoom you out a little bit. Okay, we got that one, and then the one at the bottom, it'll just, well, it just slipped right out. This one goes in the opposite direction. But yeah, that just slipped right out, which, since that one's out, Wait, I got one at the very bottom. That's not, this one down here too. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Okay, that one just slipped out too. So I should be able to just slip this one up. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect. I want you to see this. So this is that one that I just pulled out in that last clip. And it's like, it's just grown around this. So stuff like that, just slowing this process down. This side over here actually ended up not being that grown in. Like I said, aside from, you know, stuff like this, these big ones that are slowing me down. But for the most part, it's just pulling right up, so that's great. Okay, so I have officially decided that I'm just going to take the fencing off of the post. Not this one, this is the corner one in the front. The corner ones in the front on both sides are going to stay where they are, and then I think the second post on the other side is going to stay as well. Well, that was the original plan at least. So as I get into it, we'll see if that actually happens. But the rest of them, I'm going to go ahead and take the fencing off of the post because I really don't have to get all this done today. Just getting as much of it done as I can is going to be good. But yeah, there's not much happening in here, so I'm not too concerned with or about leaving it open. So there's really not a really big rush to get this straight and get these fences back up. So if I can at the very least go ahead and get the posts all moved. I mean, the fencing part, after that, the fencing won't really take long. It'll just be a matter of going through and doing each one. What's going to take the most time is going to be moving the posts. Taking them up shouldn't be hard, but hammering them back in a new spot is what's going to take the most time, I think. I need to catch my breath. Perfect timing. Somebody was coming by, driving by. So something I forgot and I remembered as I was messing around on this side. And actually, I thought about this earlier today, but I didn't think to mention it to you. On this side, and I guess it's because I'm closer to the property line, and it may just be the way that they did these lots where they kind of start to slope down. On this side, when I put these posts in originally, I hit rocks. Like I was having to dig out rocks to be able to put the posts in, because it's like it would get so far and it would just get stuck. It would just stop because there are all these rocks in the ground. So I did notice that. I'm trying to think if it was when I was digging out that big part right there or when I was working in the corner back there. But somewhere along this side, yeah, I hit some rocks down in the ground. I forgot about that, so, or I forgot to mention it. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm hoping that by me shifting it in, and see, like even here you can see where it's slanted. I think to me that it looks like it's slanted right here. But anyway, I'm hoping that by me shifting it further into the yard and not so close to the edge, that might help with the rock situation, because I do recall that it wasn't like that on all of the posts, but as those, I think those like towards the end are where I really ran into the rocks when I was putting them in. I know I didn't run into it on these up here at the top. I just don't remember like how far down I was when I started hitting rocks like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go ahead and take the fence off all the posts except for this one on this side, this corner post, and the first two on the other side. And so it'll still be propped up because it'll still be connected on this end. It'll still be connected, in at least one spot. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. That didn't take as long. Did I mention this on that other clip? So yeah, once I stood up and just started just pulling it, it was so much easier than how I was trying to do it when I had it zoomed in so you can see. So so since that's not gonna take long, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and we'll see. Oh, one other thing I was gonna mention, I'm gonna have to go through and weed eat. Wherever I'm moving the fence to, because yeah, it's gonna need to sit lower. It's gonna have to sit lower than the height of this grass. So, and I cut the grass fairly high, so yeah, it's gonna have to sit lower than that. So I'm gonna have to weed eat along the edges as I'm moving this. I probably won't have to across the back, but I'm really gonna have to on the sides, primarily because of this slope, because of how, like I said in that other part, it's like it doesn't slope all, it's not the same degree all the way down. It's like it's a little bit of a slope and then a really deep slope. Not that deep, but yeah. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna get back to it. See you in a minute. Pulling that post out. I might leave that in real time. That only took a minute. I want you to see what it looks like out here. Back fence is down. This one, all the posts are down except for those two up there. And that side over there, all of them are down except for the corner. And then I left the two back. The two in the back are up. So I'm not going to take those out. All right, let's get to work. Moving, correcting these posts. I'm looking at this and it's coming this way, right? Okay. Yeah, I think that second one will be fine. All right. I might be stalling a little bit, but I need a water break, y'all. So I'm just sitting here looking at it. Sorry, I'm trying to decide the best way for me to mark this, which I really didn't plan on marking it, but still may not. But we're making really good time. What time is it? Uh-oh, come on. 3:11, and I have 37% battery life left, so yeah. Hopefully I can show you all the rest of this. Again, I don't know if I'm going to bother with trying to put the fence back up. It gets dark really early, so I mean, yeah, I should have enough daylight. It just depends on how long it takes me to get figure out, well, place the posts, and actually drive them in. So, and I'll probably have to take some breaks. These socks keep moving inside my boots. Okay. Okay, so I said that about the rocks. I hit rocks on this one and the next one. So these are the two closest to the back end. So the one in the back corner went in no problem. And all the others went in no problem. Well, there's only one other one on this side. Everything so far has gone in without any issue. But yeah, when I was pushing these in, I felt it as soon as it stopped. So yeah, so now we're gonna have to dig these rocks out, or at least make a little hole in here. And then I'm gonna have to get these back in line after I make this little hole. Hear it? You hear that rubbing it? Gosh. Probably a big one too. No, yeah, I remember now. They weren't big rocks, it was just like all these little like river rock kind of things. Shoot. Looks like you don't want to have to deal with probably shouldn't be using this for this, but that's what I have on me. Gosh, I hate this. Once I get a big enough opening, I can just use my hand. Okay. What feels like? It's like one or two more that I might need to move. I think that's going to be a big enough space for that one. Maybe one more. They definitely built this slope here. It didn't just happen on its own. Okay. Whew. Dirt back in because I need some for this to grab onto. Now we're gonna have to find my spot again. Here's the other one. And this is just grass clippings that I'm mulching the space with. Alright. I'm being careful, or somewhat careful, because I don't want to break my knife. But I'm bending it like that. So what I did over there that I didn't think about was I need to I didn't go over to the side any. So as it was getting down in there, it started hitting rocks again. And then also I probably just didn't dig in quite the right spot. Okay. I think I need to go further back. Okay, I didn't tell you what I was about to do right then because I just kind of started doing it while I was working. So obviously with me moving the post over and the beds were right up against the post or right up to the fence. There's a lot of, well, not a lot. There's a fair amount of bed space that's now not going to be inside the fence anymore. So I was really just moving. First of all, it's got that section high, so I needed to kind of level that down anyway, or level it out anyway, to where the rest of this is, because that is raised. So, yeah. So anyway, I already need to do that. But then also, just because I have been gardening in this space for at least a couple, 2-3 years, I don't know how long, but there's some really good soil. So I'm already going to have to fill these beds in a good bit once I, do everything I was talking about doing on that other video. So any that I can keep, any of that good soil that's already here that I can keep, I need to keep it. So I just pushed it over and just kind of tried to cover it back up with the grass clippings. And let's see. I have a little time. I'm gonna start on this fence. Yeah, if we cut off before it's all done, I'll come back and show it to you. Well, it won't be later. It'll probably be dark by then. Because I'll have to go inside and charge my phone. But I'll show it to you tomorrow if I can get out here before the rain or after. All right, I'm about to start with the fence after I clean up a little bit. All right, that's one side done. Oh, got caught on the fence. So I was looking around up there earlier because apparently I got caught on the fence and I just pulled it off and I didn't think about this spring right here. So I lost my spring. I lost my spring somewhere up there, so I'll probably grab a magnet in a minute before it gets dark, see if I can find it. But yeah, I noticed it was like loose. I was like, what is going on? And then I realized the spring was gone. All right, next. We're gonna go ahead and do this side. Now I had said that about needing a weed eat before I do some of this stuff. But you know, I just dug that out to move the dirt on that other side. This side over here, I'm just gonna see how it goes. We'll just see how it goes, y'all. Okay. All right, y'all, we're on the last one, and so far the phone hasn't died, so that's great. We're at 18% though, so I gotta get moving. One thing I do want to note, you saw on the other side where the fencing is loose, like it's not tight. I'll fix that another time. I was supposed to fix it last year or whenever, and I just never did. But you see the way I was like twisting that next to those things to basically like lock it in. I'll do that like in spots throughout the fence, and that'll tighten it up so it won't be all wobbly and loose like that. But okay, let's do this last part. Interesting. Is that on the other side? Interesting. Well, so what I just realized is, well, no, that's right. It just looked off. Never mind. I thought I was like off one, but I'm not. So while I do this, sorry, hoping my head isn't in the way. So what I'm doing, these bottom ones, I'm just slipping them in. And then it's these upper ones that I'm gonna have to work with. So I want to put that around. Who's talking? Somebody's talking outside. I don't know who it is. Okay. Wait, which one are we on? Bottom, middle. Okay, let's show you these. Let's zoom out just a little bit so you can see. Is that that's not the top. Okay, never mind. We're just going to show you these two right here. So, what I want to tell you while I do these is that all this extra, you're looking right in here, right? Yeah, so like this extra, I'm actually going to come back and I'll cut this line off. I can do that with these. I'll cut that off and then I'll take these ends and wrap them around the post. So I may or may not, I'll probably try to go ahead and do that while I'm out here since I'm making good time. But yeah, that's what we'll be doing. Just lift them up, push them in. I'm gonna go ahead and do the top. I keep hitting the lock on this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and do these at the top too. Out truck alert. I was trying to decide if I wanted to try to put those top ones on the next one over, but I think it'll be okay. I don't think it needs to be that tight back here in the corner like that. So I'll show you those top ones when I put them in, or when I lock them in. I'm just gonna put it on the same one. Just put it on like that other side is on there. I'll do those. Okay. On there. Grab it. Oh, can't get that. That's a bad angle. Try not to block you. Okay. Whoops. Missed it. Okay. I'm just gonna grab both of those and push them in. Like so. In there. Okay, try to get you a little closer on these top two. I feel like you're a little crooked, but as long as you can tell what's happening, that's all that matters. Also, this little thing on the stand is kind of in my way. Ugh, fuck. I trunked it over the other way to try to, well, I originally had it turned over the other way. And then I turned it this way, hoping that would keep me from hitting it. But then I just kept hitting it, so. That's not exactly right, but okay, that's good. Let me see this top one. This one shouldn't take much, it's already in line. It's me trying to do this from a weird angle, it's not helping either. Listen, I'm gonna mess this up. Trying to get good angles for y'all. Okay. So that other part I was talking about, sorry guys, about cutting these. About cutting this all the way down. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. You're hearing something rustling back there. Trying to decide like exactly where I need to cut that. You know, I'm not gonna cut it like I just did that because that's leaving a weird little piece on the end. Did I catch? Shoot, I was trying to catch that. I'm just gonna cut this off completely, this little end, because I was trying to just cut that and not cut the horizontal piece, but that's leaving too much. It's leaving this little piece that I feel like it's gonna be, it's already gonna be sharp right there where I'm cutting it, but then it would have like two sharp pieces or something like that. So I really need my spring. Sorry, you can't see where we are. We're down there. Let's give you a little more. Hopefully this angle isn't too weird when you're watching it, because yeah, this is what it is. This is really weird without the spring, y'all. Very weird. At least it's not locking up on me though. I feel like the minute I say that, it's gonna lock. I'm gonna hit the lock, I should say. It's not locking on its own. I'm locking it. I'm also rambling, so this is the kind of stuff you get when I'm doing a lot of talking on these videos instead of just letting you watch and listen to the sounds around me. Now, if this little piece didn't have all these little sharp points on it, I would actually keep this and do something with it, but yeah, I'm not gonna try to use that. Alright, so watch what we are doing here. We're gonna take these pieces. Actually, I need to do this other side too, but we'll get to that. This one right here, I'm actually just gonna wrap it around this top part. Okay. You know what? Actually, I might wrap them all like that. I might not wrap it around the posts, just wrap them around each other. Yeah, let's bend them back like that. I'm trying to think of how I can wrap this in a way where it's not, or it's less likely to stick somebody or scratch someone. Okay, I can get that one up. So I'm just gonna bend it back towards the corner. So I'm just going, just wrap it around, wrap, and bend it back. Hopefully you can still see me. I'm not gonna move the camera again until I get to this next, to that other side. So. Okay. I'm not gonna subject you to, well, you didn't see the bottom part, but yeah. I'll take you in closer. Neighbor's out there with his dog. But yeah, so this is what I did. Come on, let's come closer. You gonna focus for me? Might be doing that because my battery's so low. Okay. Let's see, it's not focusing for me, y'all. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to stop recording. So that's what I did. I just took it around the back and then wrapped it over, wrapped it back around, and then pushed it back that way. And that's what I did on all of them until I got to the bottom where there just isn't as much. This doesn't work out the same as the bottom, so I just had to wrap it just around that one because it's kind of, this fence, both of the fences really are slanted, so I didn't have enough space. I don't know how to explain that. Anyway, the way it's set, I couldn't do it that way, so I just pushed it back or just wrapped it around. And so, yep. Okay, so I was trying to pause that and I did the wrong thing. So I'm going to, I'll finish these. I'm gonna go ahead and finish. I don't know if I want to do the corners that I didn't do anything to. We'll just see how it goes. Anyway, I'm gonna at least finish these that I just did, the corners that I just did, and get them wrapped. And that'll be it. I guess I'll show you what it looks like right quick. All right, so this is it. You probably can't really tell the difference, but yeah, you can see it on this side though, where I've moved the soil. So, all right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Sorry, just trying to turn that around. So, yeah, I don't know how helpful that was to you guys. A little informative, maybe. At the very least, you see what I'm doing out here. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there is. So that's it. See you next time. Bye.